Dorian, I'm awfully glad that you're all right.
Well, they're going to insist I have a CAT scan, but yes, we're both all right. A lot to be grateful for.
I guess I was right. The brakes were faulty, huh?
You're always right. And I'm sure that the police will verify that when they check over your car.
You know, the last thing I remember is arguing with you about Charlie.
And so you want us to pick up our discussion from where we left off when the brakes failed?
No, Dorian, no. I want to thank you. I understand that you saved my life. I am so grateful to you. And I think maybe that means there is hope for us yet.
Vicky, I have a confession to make.
Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?
Trying to kiss you?
I don't think so.
Why not? A second ago, it felt like you wanted me to. At least that's how it felt to me. You telling me I'm wrong about that?
What, Marty?
You mentioned Marty's name. Todd suddenly wasn't in the room anymore. You put the two of them together in a room. I wasn't in the room anymore. No matter what Todd says, he will never get over what he did to Marty.
You resented her.
Yeah, I resented her. She's gone. So she can't forgive Todd. So therefore Todd can't forgive himself. So Todd continues to be the same controlling, hateful bastard that he is.
It's not her doing. Or your doing. It's just Manny and who he is.
How can I start a new life when I don't know about the old one?
You know, what you're going through right now with this injury, compared to what happened to you when you were in college, this is nothing.
Oh my God. You were there. You were there for me when it happened. That's why this has been so difficult for you, because you're the one with all the painful memories.
Not exactly fun for me, no.
You, said I knew the man.
Yes.
Who was it?
I was another student at LU.
Do you know why he did that to me?
He hated you.
My main concern here is Addie. My heart really goes out to her. Nora, surely you can empathize with the fact that she's completely infatuated with me.
David, by doing it my way, this way you'll be able to end things with Addie on your terms, not Dorian's.
See, you could let her down as gently as you want. Tell me, Dorian had no interest in that.
My heart really isn't in it, but if I do it, how do I know you won't stiff me?
Because this check is made out to you.
You're paying me in advance.
Well, I'm not an idiot, you know. There's a hold on that check until I get control of BE.
Oh my. I can't remember the last time I saw that many zeros.
And zero is what you're going to end up with if you don't get this done.
I can't. Yes, you can. I can't. Yes, you can. All right, I'll do it. 10 million reasons to get those annulment papers away from Dorian.
You have a confession to make?
Yes.
Dorian, it's been a long day, to say the least.
Vicky, I am about to bare my soul to you. Unless, of course, you don't feel equipped to handle that.
Well, that depends, doesn't it?
On what?
Is this confession designed to make me feel better, or you?
guess it's just easier for me to blame Marty than to blame myself for allowing Todd to make a victim out of me and the kids. Just went on way too long.
Why?
I don't know. I just thought, maybe he was going to change. I guess I was just afraid of being alone. Like I was when I was a kid going from foster home to foster home. Then I finally met Todd and I thought, finally home. Turns out he's just another one of those places. I just kept going back to that man over and over again, and every time he would do something horrible to me. But I guess that's what abused wives do, don't they? They believe their husbands when they say they're going to change, and they just keep going back for more.
Yeah. We get these women coming to the station. Husbands have beaten them. They always tell the same story. Husbands have the way of twisting things around and making it sound like it's their fault.
Yeah. Well, you know what? No more. No more, because I'm not gonna let Todd do that to me anymore. It's time to find out who I really am. Please tell me what happened.
It was spring of our senior year, and you were at a frat party. It was like a spring fling type of thing, and you were drinking. And I was there, but we weren't together.
Did I date her?
No, you, you didn't have very many friends at that point. Fortunately, everyone knew who you were, but...
It's bad reputation.
No, I think you were misunderstood.
Well, if it isn't my old bed buddy. It's been a while.
How's life treating you, Addie?
Brilliantly. I have my health and my family and my list. How about you, Charlie?
One day at a time, I guess.
If you don't mind my saying so, it looks as though this day has taken its toll.
One could say that.
Tell Mama. What's getting you down?
My girl and her boyfriend are putting me back together, so I don't want to wreck it. That's why I need to be the best dad I can be.
You keep saying you're girl's kid.
Yeah, well, that's because he's not really my son.
How much time do you have?
Brody, we've talked about this.
I know, and I'm tired of talking.
Well, I'm sorry if I've given you any mixed signals, but talking is where I draw the line.
Let me get this straight. I'm not married. You're not married. We're living together, raising Shane as our son.
Okay, but that's the thing. He's not our son. He's my son. Mine and...
That kid means everything to me. I'd do anything for him. I'd lay down my life for him. And for you.
I know you would. And that means so much to me. You have no idea. But Brody...
But what? One little kiss is a crime?
It's wrong. I'm sorry. I just don't feel that way about you.
Gigi, I'm not an idiot. I looked into your eyes, you looked into mine, and something happened. We had a connection. We have a connection.
Okay, of course we do. We have a connection, because you're my friend. But
You love Rex. I know. I don't like it. I sure as hell don't get it, but I know. So fine. Fine. If you need me to say it, I'll say it. I won't try to kiss you anymore.
Thank you.
But you can't make me say I won't want to.
You think this is some sort of selfish act on my part? After what I did for you tonight?
Dorian, I know what you did for me. That's why I wanted to see you.
You were dead as the proverbial doornail. If it were not for my intervention, you would be downstairs in a drawer with a tag tied to your toe.
How vivid.
How true.
I know I owe you for saving my life. And I thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm sure if the shoe were on the other foot, you would have done the same for me.
Well, I would certainly never want you to die. And I suppose if you have something you want to tell me, the least I can do is to hear you out.
Are you sure? Because just a few moments ago, you naturally assumed that anything I would say to you would have to be self-serving.
Well, Dorian, I can only go from past experience, you know? Your confessions have a way of evolving into diatribes. Do you remember the last time we tried this? You wound up telling me my life had lost its meaning?
Yes. But the way that you reacted just proved that I was dead right. You went off to find yourself. And then you came back and you regaled us all with stories about how wonderful everything was. Waitressing at that quaint little diner. You found Charlie. I'm responsible for all of that.
So you did me a favor. And now you're going to do me another one.
No. I'm going to keep a promise to make things right with you. And that promise means that I've got to tell you the truth about me and Charlie.
So what's got you so upset?
You know, I can't really talk about it.
Why not?
It's one of those AA rules. But it's a good rule. It's there to protect us.
This was something you heard at AA?
Yeah. You know, that's one of the main principles of the program is creating a safe environment for people to be able to talk about their recovery, the mistakes they've made.
So everyone there is sort of like a priest at confession.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten up there and told everybody at the meeting stories about stuff that I did when I was drinking. And the only way I could do that was by knowing that it was never going to leave the room. And I can't just change that rule just because.
Just because you heard something that upset you. You can't tell anyone?
Not even the person who should hear it most.
Brody, please. I've managed to get Shane and myself in a really big mess. I just don't want to screw up his life any more than I already have.
You haven't screwed up anything. Shane's a great kid.
Yeah, a great kid who's been lied to by his mother for his whole life. I have to figure out how I'm gonna handle all of this. So that means I
promise I won't do anything to make your life more complicated than it already is.
Thank you. Now I have to get some sleep.
Long day?
Yeah, and then another one tomorrow, starting with the early shift at the diner.
Hey, could you wake me up before you leave?
I'm leaving real early.
All deal. I need to start looking for a job.
In that case, I'll be sure to wake you up.
Hey, get some rest. Hey, Gigi.
Yeah.
I'm glad we talked it out.
I am too.
All right, Dorian. What is the truth?
Charlie and I did not get drunk together that night, and we certainly didn't go to bed together.
I see.
He didn't say all those terrible things about you that I led you to believe. In fact, he always speaks of you very kindly, even lovingly.
Why did you tell me all those lies to begin with?
You know very well why.
To hurt me.
To get you off my back.
So what really happened? I mean, why did Charlie get drunk that night?
Charlie, don't. Down the hatch. Why does it matter why Charlie got drunk? I mean, how, for that matter? For goodness sakes. Sometimes a person is just faced with a situation and they find themselves making a decision that they then profoundly regret. It doesn't make them a bad person.
Are you still talking about Charlie? Or yourself?
I did not bring you back to life to have you taunt me with all the terrible things that you think that I have done to you. It's bad enough that Mel does that.
Mel?
Yes, Mel.
Do you talk to Mel?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Sometimes. Don't you talk to Ben?
Oh, yes. Oh, I do, yeah.
Sometimes I feel his presence, especially when I'm facing a difficult situation. Usually it's involving you.
I wonder why that is.
Well, Mel always said that I should find some common ground with you.
Well, you know, Dorian, he was right, and he managed to make that happen. We were not always at each other's throats, you know.
I just want to tell you that I think that you are brave beyond belief.
Dorian, you have never looked more beautiful in your entire life.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
So, what do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I love that joke. Do you know that it is absolutely remarkable how much you and I have in common?
I've forgotten about that herb tea.
Got any left?
I think I've got a little hidden away for a special occasion.
My death, huh?
No. Believe it or not, I'm very grateful that you're alive.
Finding yourself.
To the new and hopefully improved Larry Kramer.
So where are you going to start?
I don't know. Do you? Oh, I can tell you this much. It's going to be on my terms. That's for sure.
I guess I envy you.
Excuse me. Wait a minute. You just said right over there that your job gave you meaning and purpose. Did you not?
You know, it may be hard to believe, but there might be more to me than just being a cop.
Oh. Okay, and you know what I can count on? Maybe this hand, that foot right there. The number of women who die to hear you say something like that right now. Really?
I made a lot of mistakes. I lost some people I really care about. I lost everything a couple times over.
I'm sorry. I know the feeling.
You know, Marty, she had this one poem she would read to me. I think it was called One Art.
The art of losing isn't hard to master.
You know it?
Yeah. Elizabeth Bishop. She wrote it. She had a tough time, man. Her mother was an institution, too. She never even got to know her, ever. I mean, she's a charter member of the club.
Club's that?
The Losers Club.
Well, do me a favor.
What?
Don't go putting me up for membership anytime soon.
I'm not. Listen, you don't deserve that club. Nobody does.
No, they don't.
Ever. So you said I was drinking myself drunk?
Yeah. Yeah, and this guy, the one who,
Hated me.
yeah. He was there with his friends. They weren't really friends, it didn't seem like. I mean, this guy just liked to push him around. I overheard him say to his friends, I'm going to have that woman tonight.
Thought that he wanted me.
No, I think you'd made him feel small.
And? What happened?
No, you know what happened.
No, actually, I don't. I don't. I want you to tell me.
You know, in those moments when you were actually gone, I felt as if I had lost my best friend. And I know that we have never been anything close to being friends.
Well, you could say that.
So I suppose that has to mean that our relationship does have some good to it, and that I would miss it.
I see what you mean. I think Mel would too.
For Mel.
For Mel.
You know, he always said that he thought I should live my own life and stop living my life in reaction to yours.
I really hope you can do that. Dorian, thank you.
You're welcome. Ah. Will you excuse me?
Sure.
Hello, Dorian.
Where are you, Addie?
I'm at Carlotta's diner.
I'll be right there. We've got some business to take care of.
Now?
Yes. This definitely cannot wait.
I, for one, will no longer remain in that stupid club.
For the record, what's the policy on that? You just resign?
No, you just have to keep telling yourself over and over again until you actually believe it. This.
Now, where you going?
Hey, Landau! This is Blair Kramer here. Yeah, take a good look. This is the new and improved Blair Kramer. She's gonna kick a little ass and take a few names. She is a force to be reckoned with, so don't mess with me. Yeah.
Your turn.
What?
Your turn.
No.
Yeah, it makes you feel so much better.
No, there's no way I'm doing that. It's not for me. No, it was very funny when you did it. It was.
It's not funny, it's
I
serious.
don't want to have any part
It'll
of it.
make
No.
you feel better.
Please don't. No, come on.
You went upstairs to sleep it off. But no one noticed. Except for the guy and his friends. And they went upstairs and they went into your room and they locked the door. And you fought them as best you could, but I think you were just too drunk to know what was going on, really. And I know that you said that you told them no over and over again, but there's 3 of them. And they held you down. And stuffed something in your mouth, I don't know what it was, so you couldn't scream. And son of a bitch. That son of a bitch, that the first one, the guy that hated you, you know, he was the first one, and he did it first, and he said, you know, hey guys, let's take turns. And I think that you were a little just too tired to fight anymore. That's what happened.
Dear Brody, I got your letter yesterday. I can't believe it's already been 3 months since I watched you get on that bus to leave. It's so sweet that you're excited about coming back and marrying me and the 2 of us raising my baby. But you need to focus on taking care of yourself. It's dangerous where you are, and I don't want anything to happen to you. We can plan for the future when you're back here safe and sound. By the way, I had another sonogram today. I'm definitely having a boy, as if I didn't know from the moment I found out I was pregnant. It's nice to know for sure, though. And I'm definitely sticking with the name we talked about, Shane. The nurse at the doctor's office thought it was a great name. Take care of yourself, Gigi. P.S. Still no word from Rex. I guess he's never coming back. Brody.
You're asleep by now.
I wanted to get some water. What are you looking at?
Remember this?
You kept this all these years?
That was the last letter I ever got from you.
It was 2 days after I wrote this letter that your mother told me you had been killed. She must have really hated the idea of you raising another man's child.
I'll never forgive her for that.
What's done is done. Save this too.
Yeah, no way I was going to lose that picture or that letter. They got me through some really bad times. They still do.
How could you do it, Paul? How could you stick us with David Vickers for a brother?
Well, I pried Matthew away from his computer and got him all tucked into bed. You're worried about this Vickers deal, aren't you?
Yeah. He's a good scam artist, but is he good enough to scam Dorian Lord?
Well, I think actually the question is getting David away from Addie worth handing over control of Buchanan Enterprises? And that's the question for Dorian to answer.
Yeah, well, if it's not, we're going to have to come at this from a different direction then.
Well, that sounds like a plan B, and we don't have a plan B.
Asa always had a plan B, so I'm going to have one.
Oh, well, there you go. But here's to hoping that it's not necessary.
Well, one thing is no secret. I'm married.
No kidding. Congratulations, Anne.
Thank you.
And he is one lucky guy.
I'm the lucky one. My David is big and strong and handsome and sweet and loyal too. Everything a girl could want in a man.
Well, I'm glad you're happy. You look great. Married life obviously agrees with you.
I suppose. For me, getting married was just one more thing to cross off my list.
What list?
I call it the big list of things to do. You see, I was, well, Oh, to heck with it. I was in the bin most of my life. Anyway, when I got this second chance, I started going down my list and crossing off things I hadn't been able to do all my life. That's why I came here for a late night snack. Asopao. Asopao.
David, what is going on?
Where is she?
Who?
Dorian.
She's gone.
Hello, Charlie.
And that is my cue to exit. Good night, Eddie.
Good night, Charlie.
I think you would like to know that Vicky and I were in an automobile accident earlier.
Oh my God. What is Vicky okay?
It was touch and go for a while, but she's doing well now. She's in the ER. And I'm just fine, thank you.
Gone? Say that again. She's gone.
She's gone. She left about 10 minutes ago.
10 million minutes ago.
What does that mean?
Do you have any idea where she went? It's very important, Vicky.
I heard her call Addie, so maybe she went to see her wife.
Addie. What did Addie say she was going to cross off her list today? Where can I find Asapao in this town?
What was so urgent, Dorian?
Addie, it's time that we had a frank talk about your marriage.
Are you okay?
Yeah, did I hurt you?
I'm okay.
Asapao?
I hate to break your heart, Addie, but I believe that's sopa de pollo.
Pretty good.
So I bet you want to know what happened to me. Nothing important. What is important is that I have managed to save your life.
I didn't know that I needed saving.
Oh, but you do. And I have done it. And these papers prove it.
Asapao, Vicky. Asapao. It's like a gumbo made with chicken or shellfish or some such.
It sounds Spanish.
Yes, it is.
Try the diner. Although I've heard their asapao is not really all that good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Charlie.
Yeah, I heard what happened and I just had to come and see you.
Just make sure Shane doesn't see this, okay?
Don't worry.
Seems like a lifetime ago.
It used to seem that way to me, too. Not anymore.
Well, I'm gonna get back to sleep. Good night.
Good night.
What are these, Dorian?
A gift for my dear sister.
It's not my birthday.
This couldn't wait for your birthday. And in point of fact, this is a gift, not just for you, but for the entire Kramer family.
I don't understand.
You will. Just read these papers.
Stop. Step away from my wife, Dorian.
sorry. I figured you wouldn't want to hear this. Sorry if it's... But that's it, you know, that's the whole story. Spring fling. It's kind of an unfortunate name considering the night
That I was raped.
You alright? Starting to remember it.